the sound of my generator. So this session is going to be recorded, and I hope you're all fine with that. This session is actually put together by SPE Legal Section Student Affairs Committee, because we noticed student chapters across Nigeria have not really been bagging so many awards in SPE from SPEI, and we deemed it fit to put together this session with Ola Davies, who is SPE's Regional Manager for Africa and Europe. So the topic, as we see, is running a chapter according to SPEI Standard. You would have the opportunity to ask Ola several questions, because I believe he is ready to give answers. And to questions we will not be able to answer during the session, forward to our email address, and we'll forward it to Ola. You get a response afterwards. So please, please, please remain muted if you're not asked to speak, so we don't interfere with the session. Do not listen to this, or do not watch this if you're driving. Be aware of the environment, so if there's any cause for alarm, you are at alert and you are ready to take necessary actions. So welcome again to this session. I believe we'll have more students joining us, which I see affirmative. So today, as I said earlier, we have our facilitator, is Ola Davies. Ola Davies is the SPE Regional Manager for Africa and Europe. He studied law and practiced as a lawyer for a couple of years in Nigeria. Before becoming a business, where he is with student chapters in Africa and Europe. So you can see we've got the best person to this session. He is also responsible for building relationships between Africa and Europe and the oil and gas industry in these regions. Ola is a Man U fan, so I guess the football fans amongst us would see this is very interesting. And he loves chess. Sorry. So he loves chess, reading, and traveling. So, okay, so this session will actually be able to, I think we'll be able to point out stuff about transitioning to becoming award-winning chapters, as I said earlier, how to use email marketing platforms that SPE has provided for us, how to boost our membership, which I believe is a major problem to so many chapters, and understand annual report breakdown, because this is what puts you out there to get the award. So, all right, see you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. for that lovely introduction. So, as she said, I joined SPE in 2017, and I've been here for what's going like 4 years now, which is so interesting how time flies. But I enjoy working for SPE, most especially because obviously I get connected to Africa, and obviously I'm Nigerian by background. So I think they all know in SPE that I've got a special affinity to Africa. I'm always pushing the Africa agenda in SPE and stuff, So I'm always happy to jump on the call to help boost the morale for chapters and sections in Africa and give them the best ways to move forward. And I guess I've got this presentation, so I'll just share my screen. If you all don't mind me taking over your screens. Yeah, so so while I talk through, because from what I gather from Mistura's introduction about how the chapters can get more awards and all that, I'll start off by saying that there's a misconception that numbers, is the way to go. When I review annual reports, I see a lot of numbers, and oh, they have over 500 members, which is good. Numbers are good, obviously when they're looking at awards, but I'll let you know that numbers is not the be it and end all of everything. I know smaller chapters who are doing amazing stuff, 30, 40, 50 people, and they're doing amazing stuff, So I always say quality over quantity. Just don't pack your chapter with 500 members. And when I'm looking at your annual reports, it's just the events that are just very, what's the word? Second PC, so I'll start off with the annual reports. I think that's a key point to start, because obviously that's a segue into other things, annual reports. When I'm looking at your annual reports, it's broken down into technical, professional, and what's the third word? Technical, professional, and community. So obviously there seems to be technical section. Technical activities are those ones that cover the eight technical disciplines that SPE covers. So your reservoir, your drilling, your management, all that stuff. So technical activities. So those are activities we look out for in that category. So what type of technical activities are you organizing? Is it like workshops, like seminars, So technical activities. So because I always see a confusion between technical and professional. So technical activities are technical as in your core, the basis of your programs, Then the professional includes like the soft skills side of things, So how to write a CV, how to write an SP paper, how to prepare for an interview. So professional activities are those ones, because I have the distinct pleasure of covering two very different regions, Europe and Africa, and I've seen over the years where even before I joined SP, I was with structural engineers, and when I was running the program, called Young Engineers Workshop, and there was this brilliant chap from Nigeria who was doing his master's in Imperial College. So for those of you know, Imperial College is like one of the Ivy League universities here in the UK. And his presentation was flawless, was lovely, But when it came to the Q&A session, when the judges were asking him questions, he couldn't articulate himself properly, So yes, he had the technical know-how, but he didn't know how to sell himself. So here, in Europe, it's all about how you can sell yourself, So that kind of things you need to build on in your professional activities. So when I'm looking at your annual reports, those are the kind of things I look out for. How are you building your members? Yes, because some of you guys, you're A-star students. You know how to write exams, how to study, how to read all night. I grew up in Nigeria. I know how we study in Nigeria. Academically we are there, but when it comes to like presentation, selling ourselves, we fall short. So these are kind of things I look out for. So I want more professional activities in terms of coaching yourselves, getting people that are in the industry, young professionals coming to tell you, okay, this is how they start for an interview, how to do a presentation, your body language. Those are kind of things you need to put into your professional activities, Obviously, then community activities, there is a huge and this disconnect, because for me, I get frustrated when I read annual reports. Annual reports, I see things like, oh, community activities. We went to an orphanage home, or we went to visit someone, a member that his father died or mother died. All those things are good, but those are not community activities. That falls under SP Cares. Community activities are your energy for me programs, how you engage your community about the oil and gas industry. So those kind of things. We look at the primary schools, secondary schools, about educating the people about your industry, talking to them, So all these other things, I'm not saying are bad, but they don't fall under community activities per se for for annual reports when we're looking at annual reports, So that's a clear this I need you to make. So in your annual reports, tell me what you're doing to move the industry forward, right? So then obviously something else I look out for when reviewing annual reports, is your social media footprint. Obviously we're in a day and age where social media is everything, So if I don't see you have okay, yeah, certain chapters, so maybe not necessarily a LinkedIn account, but it'll be good if you have a LinkedIn account. There's some chapters that have LinkedIn accounts, but I want to see your Instagram feed that you're posting events here, because there's a lovely thing OAU they do, which I follow them on Instagram, and I always look out for their pop quizzes they do every day. They ask us random questions about the industry, which is quite good. So I always give a shout out to OAU when I'm talking about things like this. They have that locked down. So it's those kind of things I need to see on your social media. You're connecting with your members, and you're connecting, you're interacting to see the other chapters you're following, the sections you're following. Trying to glean ideas from them, which then brings me to the other point of collaboration. I always said one of the benefits of the pandemic, the only benefit of the pandemic for me in SP is that prior to the pandemic, you were not allowed to do events outside your jurisdiction. So for a Unilag chapter, you could only organize events for Unilag. For an OAU chapter, you could only organize events for OAU. But obviously, you're all working in silos. But now with the advent of the pandemic, the borders are literally falling down. So you can collaborate with chapters around Nigeria, around Africa, which I like to see more of, because a lot of chapters outside Nigeria are struggling. So there's a lovely chapter in Uganda, Kayambogo University. They're doing great stuff. Their numbers are going up. At the last SPC, they sent like 3 students. So Kayambogo is doing very well. There's a chapter in Angola. Angola is going through a lot right now. There's a chapter, so it's called IST. Reach out. Just those kind of chapters, you should connect with, help them, support them. So that gives you more credibility, So those are kind of things I'd like to see in annual reports. So when we're looking at it, yeah, obviously numbers to see, but just between us is like there needs to be more from annual reports, not just numbers. Because truth be told, I have seen chapters inflate the numbers, their membership number. They don't know that I've got access to Membership Builder, one of the tools I'll show you guys when I'm doing the presentation. Because I can actually see your actual numbers. So you tell me you have 600 members and I go into Membership Builder and I actually see you have 300 or 350. I'm like, that's so unnecessary. So quality over quantity is the motto moving forward. That's something the previous ARD, the past ARD, Professor Wumilada and I talked about extensively. And I've also spoken to OG about it, we're seeing a lot of chapters coming through that it might seem controversial. They don't need to have chapters in those universities or polytechnics, but that's a conversation for another day. But as a Lagos section, I commend you for putting this workshop together for your chapter officers, But just to let you also know that, when establishing chapters, you look for chapters that have that viability to survive, and all that. So I'm not going to belabor the point, quality over quantity. So when your next annual report, I want to see good content when reviewing it. The clear distinction between a technical event, a professional event, committee event, and SP cares. So it shows me that you understand what you're doing as a chapter. Okay, I'm not moving on. So I just start my presentation now. That was just the prelude. So I just wanted to give you a bit of background, in terms of our global membership as of December last year. Obviously, on the right-hand side, it has more to do with your student membership. As of December last year, we had 65,858 members, out of which 13% were from Africa, and I'm sure you know that out of the 13%, at least I'd say 10 to 11% in Nigeria. So you can see the clear difference between the student membership on the right hand side, where we're at 13%, and on the left hand side, where we're 6% for professional members. Also, things we need to look at is member transition from a student membership to a professional membership. Now, since I'm talking to section officers, that means chapter officers, that means you guys are maybe probably your penultimate year or your final year. So soon you'll be moving from student membership to professional membership. Things to know: the first year of your student membership of your professional membership is free. The second year is half price. So those are things we need to know to boost up the professional members numbers and the conversion rates, but that's a different topic. We're talking about student chapters here, but just FYI. Now, since I'm talking to the legal section chapters, so I just pulled this report. So currently, you have 949 members have renewed so far this year. You have 324 new members, which is good, considering the climate we're in. We have 512 lapsed members, so that's a lot, and that's why I always say, going back to quality over quantity, you guys, you go out to recruit a huge number of people, which is good, but some of them are not interested. I know some chapters register people on people's behalf because they don't have access to. But obviously, if they didn't register themselves, what's the possibility that they'll renew next year? But moving on. So on the right hand side, there's a breakdown of each chapter each chapter under the legal section. So as you can see, Obafemi Awolowo University has 561, which is quite impressive. It's almost the sum of all the other chapters. And Obafemi Awolowo University always just says, for a university that does not have a petroleum engineering department, that's a huge feat. And they've done it consistently, so shout out to them. So that's why the student chapter president will be speaking in December at the town hall with the ARD. I invited the student chapter president to present on how they do it. For a university that doesn't have a petroleum engineering department, to have this kind of numbers consistently, and they participate in Petroball, and they do very well in Petroball. But I'm not here to sing. I didn't go to OAU, so I'm not biased. So as you can see, let's look at retention numbers. Retention numbers are things we look at. The retention rate pass mark was 80%, but obviously because of the pandemic, we've had to relax that number to 75. So I would say out of the 6 chapters listed here, it's just OAU and University of Ibadan that have a good retention rate. Covenant University has 45%. FUTA, which is a relatively new chapter, has a 33% retention rate. Lagos State University has 38%. University of Lagos, 48%. Now, if you move to the next column, retention for new students. So, like I said, you go out, you do a huge recruitment drive, and you register a lot of people, and the next day they just disappear into oblivion. So the new people you register the next year, do they come back? So once again, Obafemi Awolowo is leading the way with 73%, which is good. University of Ibadan, 51%. So you see, because we look at numbers like this, so you put like 561 members, but how many of them, sorry, well, how many of them stay? Are they engaged? Membership engagement. That's one of the things we look at your annual reports. Are they engaged in the activities you organize for them? Then student growth. As you can see, they're all in minus. Obviously, because of the pandemic, we know that universities have not been in session. People are studying from home and all that, so it's harder to recruit members, to build a membership. Membership recruitment, membership engagement is a lot more difficult now. So that's why, you know, it used to be 3%, but we've kind of like relaxed on that 3% and all that. Now, I'd say where Lagos State University comes up trumps is your conversion rate, which is quite interesting. For Obafemi Awolowo University to see these numbers all across where they're excelling, your conversion rate is 12%. Your conversion means, like I just talked about, you migrating from student membership to professional membership. Which then goes back to what I said initially, that obviously the bulk of the members in Obafemi Awolowo University are not petroleum engineers because there is no petroleum engineering department. So you see, there's an effect to it, cause and effect. So as you can see, it has one of the lowest conversion rates. University of Ibadan, 9%, 8%. So these kind of things we look at conversion rates. Because I'll not kid you, you know, student membership is free, so everybody can be a member. But professional membership is when you pay your money to be a member. That's where the tire hits the road, as they say, to show how committed you are to SPE. So the conversion rates speak volumes. Enough of stats. Now, the Student Chapter Officer Resource Center, that is your go-to page. Now, let me just go to the website so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm not just going through slides, you know. Let me go to the website so you can see firsthand. We'll do it live. Hold on. Let me just move this to my second screen. Okay, so let me try to share my screen again. Yeah. So I'm sure you can all see the SP website. Let me go back to the homepage so you can see how I got there. So the SP website, I always say, has everything you need to run your chapters, you know. So when you go on it, sp.org, your go-to is your membership tab. Click on it. When you scroll down, you go to student chapters. Now in student chapters here, you go to your student chapter officer resource center. So when you click on it, it brings you to this page, which was on my presentation. Now, like I was saying, this is your landing page. This is everything you need to run your chapter. So when you click on that arrow there, it brings you to this page. So you see it broken down into different operations and governance, finance, membership, communications and marketing, events and activities. That's fine. So when you click on it, it takes you to other pages. But on the quick links, we've done like, so you can have at your fingertips. So we've got training videos. So if you click on training videos, it will show videos like how to write an informed email, you know, how to use Connect. So there are training videos there. So we've made it very easy for you. Update your officer roster. So let's just click on that. So when you click on that, it brings you to a different page, right? So those are my login details. And anytime today. So update your officer roster. So at the end of your tenures, right, you've elected new officers. You know, this is where you go to add the new officers to the roster. And you need to do it before your tenure expires, because once your tenure expires, you no longer have access to this platform. Please note. So always do it before your tenure expires, so there's continuity. Because what happens is, if your tenure expires, let's say today is what, 23rd of this October. Let's say your tenure expires today and you're all kicked off the roster. You will not be able to log into this platform, because that's how the platform recognizes members, you know. So if you cannot log in, you cannot update, you cannot add the new members. So what you then do is you send an email to me, oh, please, can you add these officers, which is highly unnecessary. Now, as you can see, obviously, because I've got access to Europe and Africa, I've got all the sections and chapters here. So let's use the Lagos State University chapter officer. Let me just show you what it looks like. There you go. Ah, funny enough that I chose to use this. As you can see, this is very interesting. They have no officer. The only person on their roster currently is their faculty advisor. So that means they've not updated their roster. So you see, I just picked them randomly and here we go. So is there anyone from Lagos State University on this call? I presume not, since there's no one on there.
I think we have the president. Ezekiel.
Yes, good morning.
So you're on the spotlight, on the hot seat. How come your roster is empty?
What was that?
I said, how come your roster is empty? Your officers are not listed here. You're not listed here. How come?
I've submitted the list of the officers to Mr.
No, that's just for Lagos section. I've been sending mails. Okay, like SPEI sends a mail saying your rosters are not updated. And I copied you, I forwarded the mail to you. And I think I spoke about it. Probably you did not understand what it was about.
Oh, okay.
So you're supposed to update your roster on SPEI website.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
So let's use you as a case study right now. You know, it's just funny how I just picked you randomly, and because I've been singing your praises since. Now, so you can see how to do it now, right? Sorry, I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel. So you go to the resource center, you click on update your officer roster. Obviously now, we cannot do that. You know why? Because there's no one on the roster that can add you. So let's try and add you for everyone. This is a good exercise. So when did you become president?
August 4th.
August. So, okay, obviously. All right. We can't, if obviously, because this is interesting. Now, because you should have done it since, obviously, as you can see, with the drop down is October, November, December. So we cannot backdate it. I, on the other hand, can go into Personify. Personify is our, let me log in. I'll just show you guys. This is a good exercise to show you what to do. So before I do that, I need to log into my VPN so I can have access to Personify. Mistura, while I do this, how many minutes do I have? Because I've been talking for almost 30 minutes now.
No, like, please, you have enough time, like 1 hour, 30 minutes.
Mistura, you know?
I know you don't have to exhaust it.
Yeah,
You don't have to exhaust it. So it's just like an open session, and I'm happy this is actually coming up.
Yeah. Me too. So I'm just trying to access. So I'll show you. Okay. Now let me bring up Personify now. Let me log into Personify, and because we don't have access to it, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop sharing and share Personify. So Personify is a database that we use at SPE. Now, because I've got the access from the back end, I'll show you how I'll do it now, because obviously you can't access it. Let me share Personify. Here we go. So I'm sure you can see Personify now. So what I'll do is I'll go to work with the committee. And Lagos State University. Search. And there you are. Okay. So, like I said, you're not listed. So what I'll do is add new member. Ezekiel, what is your membership number? Do you know?
Yes, hold on, please. Let me pull it out.
Pardon?
Just a minute, please.
I believe other officers from other sections are taking note of this. And
Okay, 449
49
32
32
142.
142. Okay, search. Okay, and there you are, Ezekiel Precious
Yes.
Omakuga. That is you. So now
Yeah.
here, as you can see, I can go back to August. So August what?
August 3rd.
3rd of August, okay? Position, I'll go down here, President, Presidente, El Presidente. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. I've been watching too much in that post. President, okay? End date. So your end date, I'm assuming, will be August 2nd, 2022.
Yeah.
Save. And you've been added. So now you have access to the
Thank
roster.
you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No problem. So that is for a good practical example. Now that we've done that, did you all see what I did? Because was my screen shared?
No, I couldn't see.
No.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't click on share. So can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So all I did was I logged in, used his name. I clicked on add new member. So when you click on add new member, so I put this membership number here. I was able to do everything else. Okay. So now he's on, and I could backdate it because I went into the database itself. But if you go via the website, you will not be able to backdate it. Okay. So that's why it's important
Sorry,
that you,
a question.
yeah, should.
Yeah. So can I update other officers' details on the resource website?
Yes. Well, so that's a very good question. Yes, you can update it, but like you saw, you will not be able to backdate it to August.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
if I feel less busy, you can send me the names. Maybe I try to add them so their tenure starts from August. So maybe send me an email Monday, Tuesday, and I'll add the remaining officers so we can backdate it. But if you try to do it from the roster here, you will not be able to because you cannot backdate it to August. Understood?
Okay.
So that was a great example.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's the officer roster. So I'll log out of that now since we finished with it. Just yeah. So next on the list is membership dashboard. Now, membership dashboard is this. So as you can see, council section, student chapter reports. So let me choose another university now. So you Lagos State won't feel as if I'm picking on them. Covenant University. Let's go there. Let's do that. So I click on that, and when you log in, you can only see the dashboard for your chapter. You will not have access to all these other chapters. I only have access because I cover these chapters and sections. You'll only see Covenant University chapter, then the drop down, the dashboard members and all that. So click on downloading. It's still downloading. What I'll try to do is try to finish by 10:45 so that we can have 15 minutes of Q&A. That's the plan. So dashboard. So I think I might have to stop and to share it again so you can see. Can you see the Excel spreadsheet?
No.
Okay, cool. I
No.
thought so. That's the problem with Zoom. All right, so I need to stop sharing. Then share again. So you can see the dashboard now. So this is Covenant University at a glance. So on the left-hand side, you see they have got 43 renewed members. They've got 68 new members, which is really good. They've got 51 lapsed members, new members by month. So when you're, write your annual reports, you can come here for all your stats, let's see, what else is here? So top 10 fields of study for current members. So obviously when you're planning your activities, this is a good thing to look at. So to know what kind of topics you should be doing. The bulk of Covenant University students are petroleum engineers, which is good. So when you're doing your activities, your technical activities, so you tend to do topics along that sphere of petroleum engineering. So that's just a pie for just bachelor's. I don't think there's no masters there. I don't think there's a masters in petroleum engineering. Okay. So you can see the top 10 degrees for current members. So obviously membership builder obviously is more wholesome when you're doing it with sections, because all your sections are broken down into disciplines and all that. But for chapters, you need it for your annual reports, when you write your annual reports for your stats, current members, previous year members, so you can gauge how you've done. So at the top here, you see retention rates, new membership rates, all that stuff. All that information is here that was reading out previously. Okay, so that is your membership builder. Moving on swiftly. Next up is informs. Let's go from here. Email your members. That's next on the list. Email your members. So obviously due to GDPR, we invested a lot of money into Informs. So what is Informs? Informs is your email broadcasting system. So instead of you having a database, an Excel spreadsheet of all your members, their email addresses, their mobile numbers on your laptop or your computer, which can be breached and people have access to your members' details. We bought Informs, or we bought an account with Informs. So that way you can log in to Informs. So I'll log in. So hope it works because they've been doing some upgrades to it. So which other chapter have I not talked about today? Rest of Ibadan. Let's use them. Okay. So every chapter has an account. Every chapter has an account, which is phenomenal. Costs us an arm and a leg. Every chapter has an account on Informs. Every section has an account on Informs. So this is University of Ibadan Students chapter, your account on Informs. As you can see, it's blank, which can only mean one thing, that you don't use Informs to send out your emails, to contact your members. Anyone from University of Ibadan on the call?
Yes, sir.
So do you know about Informs?
No, sir.
See, I'm picking on the right chapters today. I'm picking on the right chapters today. So this is Informs. So when you log in, what's your name?
Temitope.
Temitope. When you log into Informs, so when you click on informs this thing? I was trying to remember because the Temitope is from there's also the president for OAU. His name is also Temitope, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's why I paused. Do I have the wrong chapters? Because he's the one talking in December. That's why I paused. Sorry about that. My brain was trying to connect. Okay, so Temitope, you log into your informs. So when you click on that, it brings you here. You go to the left-hand side, you see this envelope, right? You put your mouse over it, then it brings all these options. Then you go to create, then mailing. Right. Now this is where it gets interesting. So you have all this setup, design, test, send. Name. Always for chapters, always use ALP because that's the ambassador lecture program. So you choose that. For the purpose of the exercise, I'll put ALP. So whenever you're doing it, maybe it's ALP, you have someone come in, you have a barbecue or a pizza night or something. That's what you put there. Main folder, always the same. Select the template. There are no templates in there for you, which is because you've never used it. Okay, let's use another chapter then. University of Lagos. Let's see if leave, because there's nothing to do here. Let's see, University of Lagos. Fingers crossed. Come on, come on. You guys don't use informs? Okay. It's just taking a while for it to load. Okay. So you have sent a few emails by informs. I just waiting for it to. You've not sent anything recent. Pardon? Okay. So let's go. Mailing. Let's see if there's a template in here for you. Okay, so you see, because they use it. ALP, select a template, basic email. The other one is newsletter, but if you don't send emails, you can't do newsletters because newsletters is like when you have a list of activities for the month, So as you can see, so when you go to 2, you click on it, always choose the first option, select the target audience for the entire mailing. So click on Personify 360, that's our database. So which gives you these options. Chapter officers, so those are all the officers in the chapter. 21, well, you guys have a lot of officers. So new students from previous month, students graduating next month. So if in case you want to tell them about conversion and everything, students paid 158 members, students unpaid 131. That's a huge number. But hey, let's stick to chapter officers. So you want to send an email to your officers. You click on that, choose the option, automatically updates. Unilag, so your email address is there, which is good. ALP event. Boom. Updates. When you do from, you can also put, okay, see, so you see they've done it very well. So when the member sees friendly from, so it knows it's coming from the chapter. So you click on save. Next is design. Click on design. So the videos, the training videos at the top, you'll see it's all in there, how to do it, in case I'm too fast. So click on create story. So you put the name again, ALP. Then you type out, dear member, I'd like to cordially invite you to. Now, so let's do dear. So let me show you something else. So you see this icon here, personalization. If you click on it, it brings you this pop-up. Select the type. Always choose personify because that's the database. So if you want to say dear John, first name, first name, dear John, insert, it gives you the code. You want to use last name, dear Dangote. You can use that. But for the purpose of first name, insert. So it gives you the code. So it's just going to pull all their first names, right? Then you now type up the content. XXX. That's the content. You want to add the link. You highlight what you want to link, put the link in there, maybe to a calendar invite or to the program, the PDF document. Click on the link. Want to insert an image, the image of the speaker, all that good stuff. Oh, it's always 10:44. Who am I kidding? Okay, so save. Now, what you do is you now email it to yourself, whoever is writing this thing. So when you click on email to me, you get a copy. You look at it, you're happy with what you see. If you're not happy with what you see, you come back here, put your mouse over it, go back to edit, it brings it up again. You go back and forth until you're happy with it. Capiche? Save. So once you're happy with it and you're ready for it to go out, you go to send. Now send. Before you hit, obviously I'm going to send the mail because if I send it, it's going to go to all the chapter officers in University of Lagos. We don't want that. I also want to show you something here, schedule mailing. So if you click on that, it gives you different options. You know, if you want to send at a certain time of the day, the first one is like maybe for newsletters or something, or emails that go out weekly. So you can just put it there, one, daily, weekly, monthly. So delivery method, standard, optimized. So if you want to send at a certain time, let's say, okay, because you know your members are in classes from 9 to 5. So you want them to get the email when they're having their dinner at 7 o'clock. You choose all those count timings here, right? But we're not doing that. So no. And we're not sending out the email. So I'm not going to click on that. So what I'll do is go back to mailings. As you can see, it's there. So I'm going to delete it. So just go there, delete. Okay. So, but these are the emails that they've sent. So the last email that the chapter sent was in July, which is not bad. All right. So that is informs. I know Mr. I talked about marketing materials, marketing. If you go to marketing materials here, click on it, you'll see all this. No. This is not what I was looking for. No. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go in here. So click on communications and marketing, right? So social media, don't they have it for chapters? So marketing tips. So what I'm looking for, maybe it's geared towards sections. So, but message tips, you know, so those are for marketing. Yeah, the importance of great communication skills, like I was talking about, really important. Okay, this escalation chat obviously was because there was a time we used to see students when they had a grievance, they just went sending emails to the SP president, which obviously you're bypassing the process. So if you want to raise an issue, if you click on that, it will take you to how to escalate an issue. So we're back here. So I've gone through the annual reports, talked about the awards, how you get the awards, marketing materials. If you read success stories, you know, of other sections, of other chapters, read success stories there. Timeline. I think that is where there's a breakdown of all your deadlines. Oh, I cannot do this without talking about Connect. Then I'll wrap up. SPE Connect. That is your platform that's your social media platform for SPE. So SPE Connect, this is where you go into network with other members globally with SPE. So the different communities. So this is my page on Connect. So I've got my communities. This last exercise for today. So if you see my communities, obviously I belong to all these communities because once again, Europe and Africa. So what chapter have I not talked about on this call?
Footer.
Oh, footer. Thank you very much, Mr. So let's go to footer. That's a good one because that's a new. What is footer? Okay, I think we've been having issues with Connect the last few weeks, and I don't know if you saw the emails. We've been having issues with Connect, so all my committees are not coming up, so I can't see footer here. These are the only accounts that they've worked on that I have access to now, so apologies for that. But I just want to show you something. So, what's the closest to footer? Akwa Ibom or Efitimina? So since Mr. I said footer, let's do Footmina. So if you log in as an officer into Connect, you have two communities. The whole community for all the members, as you can see. So this is for all the members in Efitimina. As you can see, members 102. And the second one is for chapter officers, which is just 10 of them, right? So if you click here, so when you log in, you have access to those two accounts. Footer for everyone and footer chapter officers. Now, what I want to show you here, so you have a library in there. So you want to store all your documents for the section, for the chapter in there. So it's not a case of you are saving it on the hard drive, someone's laptop and all that stuff, and the person leaves and you don't have access to those files. Here, you can save all the files. So when the next people come in, your succession plan. That's one thing else I look for in annual reports, succession plan. What your succession plan is, what your onboarding process is for new members, for new officers. That is key. Is there a pipeline of officers coming through? So your succession plan and your onboarding process for your new officers. I'm almost done. So you have your library here. Okay, now I'm back to I want to show you something else. I hope it's up and running. Okay. So here also is your student. So student chapter officers. You also have access to it. As you can see, there's over close to 3,000 members there. So you also have access to here. And what I want to show you. So when you go in here, when you go to the library, you click on library and hope it works. Yes. So you go to communications. Now here you see different logos and letterheads. I want to show you. Oh, come on. So like I said, they're still working on it because we've been having issues with our vendor. So when you click on logos, letterheads, and business cards, so your logos for your chapters are saved in here. So you want to do some publicity, you want to print some flyers, you want to do some banners, all your logos are in there in different formats, PNG, JPEG, JPG, all the formats you need. So that is how to get to that. Okay, so I've been talking almost straight for 1 hour now, and I guess it's time to take questions. That is me done.
Thank you very much. This has been so insightful and helpful, because even I am not a student chapter officer. I've learned a lot, and the section is grateful for this. So I believe we have questions. So please keep your questions coming. Just raise your hand and you'll be called upon to unmute yourself. I just would not believe there won't be any question, because I believe loads of questions to be asked. Please, who is that?
Daniel.
Okay.
Raise his hand.
Please. Okay, Daniel.
Yeah. Good morning from my side. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for this lecture. It's really inspiring and great. I want to ask for some student members who has exceeded their membership time rate, or probably it's got to a renewal time and they couldn't renew and it expired. Is there a way they could have access to renew, or just to go and reopen another account? I don't know if you get that, sir.
Or I get you. Anybody can renew anytime. There's no deadline to renewing. Now, one thing, if you renew your membership now, 23rd of October, your membership will run till December 31st, 2022. You know, that is one of the advantages of registering late. So your membership overruns from now till the end of next year, right? Now, also, if your membership has lapsed, let's say you're not renewed in like 2 or 3 years, because obviously you're a student member, it doesn't really apply. If it was professional members, you lose your number, you get a new number, membership number. But for professional members, the longer your membership, so when you get to 25 years, 25 straight years, you start getting like maybe free membership and stuff, So that's why when some people have disappeared for like 2 or 3 years, they've not renewed, and they now renew. Well, they want to renew reinstate their membership, because obviously they're not renewed for 2 years. They're now called former members. You understand? But if they pay for the last 2 years, they can get to keep their old membership number. But if they're just starting afresh, they get a new number. So the last 3-4 years that they were members, it's gone down the drain. So that starts all over again. But for student members, that doesn't apply. When you renew, and your membership continues. Hope that answers your question. Samuel,
Yeah,
give something.
Yeah, please. This thing, because some student member are asked to pay. I don't know if you're aware of that. Like to reinstate student member, because we've encountered that they are asked to pay to
Who asked
probably
you
is
to
it
pay?
from online, probably is it $15 or $10, something like that.
No, it's free for student members. Chevron has underwritten student membership. They pay for all the student members. So what you need to do is send an email to service@spe.org and copy me in.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you.
So, what's it called? Someone else had a question. I saw someone.
Yes, I think Samuel raised up his hand. Yes, Samuel Gift.
Okay, can I speak now?
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
everyone. Thank you very much for this meeting. It was very informative. It's a quick question, because I have an issue with my membership. Not mine per se, but one of our members. They had the SPE number being the same with another member's number. How do we go about it, sir?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So once again, send an email to service@sp.org and copy me in. Because
Okay, sir.
service is our customer service team, and they're very good with responding. So send an email to them, and they'll be able to rectify that issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Another one, sir. So please, can we get a video of this meeting? Because I actually came in quite late, so I couldn't get the full package of the information dispersed here today.
That is up to Miss Tora. She's the boss.
Okay, like I said earlier, I'll get back on that. But if you would even have access to, we might upload it on our YouTube page, so you might get access to it from there. So that's
Thank you very much.
based on sections.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very
I'll get
much.
back.
That's all.
No problem.
Hello, how to ask a question?
Yep.
Okay, so sir, should I send the list of the executive for Lagos State University and their SP number so you help us add to the roster?
Yeah, sure thing. That's fine.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Fine. Thank you.
No worries.
I have one also. This thing, the informs you showed us, sir, is it also part of the criteria for scoring student chapters?
This is not it's one of the things I look at for sure. Because we need you to use it, because if you're not using the forms, that means you have a database somewhere which is in breach of the GDPR regulation. Right? So it's a must to use informs actually.
All right, sir.
Okay. So only one person put on the video throughout this presentation. I saw her writing notes, so I don't want to believe she doesn't have any question. That's Blessing
I
Ekarume.
think that's precious.
No, her name is Blessing Ekarume.
Oh, okay, blessing.
I saw her scribbling furiously. So I'm going to put you on the spot, Blessing. Do you have a question for me? Because I saw you scribbling away furiously. So, or you got everything you wanted.
I don't have a question right now.
Okay, no
I
worries.
did enjoy this session, and I'm actually very it has been very interesting. I look forward to using all these resources. All right, I actually look forward to my
So what chapter are you from?
University of Lagos.
Okay.
Great Akokite.
So I think we have, okay, Ife had his hands up before. Has your question been answered, or you just decided to?
No. Good morning, Ma. Good morning, everyone.
Okay.
So basically, my question is like out of context, I guess. But we in OE, we have like some issues right now. We just lost our our acting faculty advisor. We do not have anyone yet, and our school is currently closed. So we've not been able to do anything. We are not in a new session. We are not done with last session exams, which is like 2019 session. We're not done with that. So we've not been able to move forward. I, as the incoming president, I'm still on IT. I'm not in school at the moment. So which, that's a delay. We do not have execs and we've not done anything. So we want to ask if that is going to be a huge problem and how to move forward from there. Because we cannot like carry on the election right now because we are not done with the session.
Yeah, that's fine. Your officers just roll over as in until you're able to run elections and they're happy to stay on board as officers. I think the major thing I would be worried about is your FA. You don't have a faculty advisor. So send me an email about that because I know that the guys in Dallas, the chapters team, they've been sending emails about FAs, faculty chapters that don't have faculty advisors on their roster, because it's a prerequisite to have a faculty advisor on your roster. So send me an email and I'll forward it to them so they know that it's an extraordinary circumstance and so they'll know what's happening over there. So you get a waiver or something. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I'll do that on Monday, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Precious.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ola. Good morning, Mr. Good morning, all the presidents and chapter officers. It was a really lovely session. Thank you very much. I just have a question concerning the templates on Informs.
Yeah.
So there's some free ones and some paid ones, and even to use the free ones, we're supposed to be granted like access to use them. So I don't know the procedure for that, if we should send an email to you to grant the access for us to use them.
Okay, yes, please send me an email. Paid ones, I should have the ones that are paid that
Yeah, there are free ones and there are paid ones, but the free ones are enough to achieve the goal.
Okay, no worries. This is Precious Okon.
Yes, it's Precious Okon.
Okay. All right, cool. So send me an email and I'll speak to the guys why that is. And the free ones, you can use them, but what's the issue with the free ones?
No, like we're supposed to request for access from some administrator.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So send me an email and I'll speak to you guys in Dallas about that. So you can have
All
access
right,
to it.
no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Precious. Samuel, you still have your hands up. Was it from, you still have a question for us, or that was earlier? Okay.
I'm sorry, that was for earlier. I'm very sorry.
Okay. No problem. So Daniel, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I think I want to ask, how do we boost or increase student collaboration between like we Nigerians and other student chapters outside? That's the international level. Well, I love for you to throw more light on it.
If it's something you're passionate about, Daniel, it's just something that like in Connect, you can reach out to other people, just put it in the discussion board that Nigerian chapter looking to collaborate with other chapters in Africa who is interested, or if you have, what chapter are you from, Daniel?
University of Uyo.
You're not in Lagos section now.
Actually opened it to
Thank you.
Okay. No discrimination here. It's fine. So what you can do is, if you have an Instagram account and you follow other chapters, it's just something you can just go into their DM and tell them that, oh, you're looking to collaborate, or if you need me to connect you, I'm more than happy to send an email. I'll put your email address in there. What I've done for other people is I'll put your email address in there. If you're happy for me, then I'll blind copy the other chapters presidents, because obviously data protection. Blind copy them and tell them, oh, this is the chap from West of Uyo and is looking to collaborate with other chapters in Africa. If you're interested, kindly respond to him. His email is in the listing and they'll reach out to you directly. Okay?
All right. I'll appreciate this. All right, sir.
So send me an email if it's something you want to do, which is good.
Thank you very much. I will sure do that.
So do we have further questions? I typed Ola's email address in the comment section. Oh, okay, sorry. I think I sent it to someone, because I'll do that again. So you can all have access to it, and also service@spe.org. And you can forward all your questions and requests to Ola. He is happy and willing to give a response to all our requests. So thanks again, Ola, for this.
Yeah, I'm also on what's it called on Instagram, my SPE account. So it's Ola Davies SPE. So if you want me to follow your chapter, just let me know. So I'll put my handle there. So yeah, you can also reach me there. Okay, via email or via Instagram. If you want me to follow your chapters, I can see what you're doing. Okay, thanks, Mr.
Oh, we have a question from this section. Hello? Sorry, we have a question from the section admin. Odion.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ola, again for this section.
You're welcome, John.
Yeah, there's something you keep saying consistent, and you said it today, and maybe some people will forget, but maybe you need. I would appreciate if you say it again in closing regarding SPE cares, energy for me, community events. You know, we usually mix it up.
Yeah.
I've heard you say that. I mean, the community events are actually energy for me based. So when you go visit orphanage, those really are not community events.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've been doing. We capture those things as community. So if you could just put it again so that everybody gets to understand that when they are doing this, it's for this, when we're doing that.
Yeah, that's fine. I can run over that. So like I said, the annual report is broken down into technical, professional, community events, activities. So technical are the technical topics, drilling, reservoir management, data science. That's it. Professional events are your soft skills development, how to write a CV, how to write your SPC paper, how to do presentation, interviewing skills. Then the community events, like what Jen was saying, is how you engage your community. You know, let's use University of Lagos for an example, Akoka. How do you engage your community in Akoka? Tell them about the oil and gas industry. There are a few secondary schools around there. If I remember correctly, St. Nicholas is just down the road from you. How do you engage them about the oil and gas industry? How do you engage the people around you about the oil and gas industry? Your energy for me events and stuff, you know. So that's community events, educating your community about the industry. As you know, there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Bad publicity about the oil and gas industry now. But you also need to tell them the pros of it. Then, like Ojo said, then SP Cares covers all your good deeds, your goodwills, your visit to your orphanage home, you're going to visit a member who lost a parent or something. You know, those are SP Care events. So there should always be a clear delineation between the two. So hope that is okay.
Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Ojan. Mistura, I'm all talked out.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate, and I'm sure everyone benefited from this as much as I did. So yeah, I guess that's it from Lagos section and from Ola Davies, the Africa and Europe Regional Manager. Thank you again. Thank you. I'm sure all presidents are happy we had this session. So can we just have a group photograph since the world is like the virtual or the hybrid event? So let's all have our videos on and take a group photograph for publicity. So you can actually subscribe to our YouTube page, SPE_Lagos. So you get the pop-up or notification when this is put on YouTube, because this will most likely be there. You can all have access to it, going back and checking the sessions. I see Samuel's video is on already. Yeah, you were saying something.
Do you want to stop sharing so we can see everyone?
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Let's see the beautiful faces or the lovely faces of our officers. Thank you to all officers out of Lagos section. I'm sure this was really beneficial. And as I said earlier, it would be on the YouTube page and you get more information.
Okay.
So say cheese, smile, SP.
Cheese.
Okay, I think I got that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you and bye from here.
Have a great weekend.
Bye, sir. Thank you very much, sir.